Down to Sri Lanka to support their national teams. Take a look at the next game. Malaysia taking on South Korea here at the racecourse in Colombo.
Well, the Malaysians, they will be coming up with Zafir Ahmad, Izwan, Hafiz, Halim.
Will make out the South Korean outfit. As you see, the two teams, the first men's fixture for the day, Romario. It's going to be an interesting one. South Korea, of course, will not be too happy with their performance in China, but this leg will be the leg that they'll try to draw one back and try to do one better from their 7th place finish in the first leg.
Pranushant on the other.
You have the Malaysians there. They toured Sri Lanka here in the second leg at the Asia Rugby Emirates 7 series. The men's segment kicks off here in Colombo. Contestable kickoff from South Korea, but they get the ball back. Here's quick hands for the Koreans. It's Park who creates the gap, and there's space on the outside for Huang to go through. That's going to be the first go. Easy does it for the South Koreans, identifying where the gap was, but I thought that try was scored from the kickoff.
Pass. There you go. The two defenders drawn and the back of the hand offload. That sets things up for the winger in the scrum cap to dodge down.
And then gets past the 50 meter there, but good defense on the ground there from Malaysia.
Holding on, says the referee. Ayman, as a player, is receiving some treatment, and by the looks of it, doesn't look too promising. The stretcher seems to be coming on the field.
Section in the segment and 12 teams in the women's segment, but have a look at the replay there. Just hurt his knee there. You can see him crouching and holding his knee.
I think when he stepped, there was a bit of force that went there through his knee, and the knee that is heavily strapped. As
coming your way is going to be an interesting one. Hong Kong, China taking on the Philippines. Line out secured by Putra, who sends it to his line. Switching across and coming right across the defense of the South Koreans. Zuhairi finds a gap. No one wants to tackle him from South Korea. Brought down 5 meters away from the line. They need quick recycle ball here. South Korea will have to dig deep here in defense. Hafizi takes it forward, but the good defense from South Korea comes to the throw, but he needed to roll away there. Quickly taken there from Malaysia. Zul Hisham there brought down. Once again, here's the man who brought them to this part of the field, who gives it across. South Korea drift in defense, but don't drift well enough. That's going to be the first try for Malaysia. Ammar scores on the right-hand side touchline. It's 5 points to 7.
And the try went converted, but then Malaysia struck back after a couple of minutes to Ammar. As
they would have opted for it, we're not too sure. But here's ball for Ji Kwal Kim. Swings it to Ji Hun Park, and now on the corner. Met in a huge tackle there. Good one coming in from Azwan Zuhairi, and wins the penalty back once again for Malaysia. The defense has been fantastic so far. They've allowed South Korea to run a bit, but not run too much. They might have missed the first tackle, but the second tackle and the work on the ground has been fantastic from them.
I think added to that, the South Koreans are finding themselves with less support as the first half comes to an end. A tight first half. 2 points separating the two teams here at the Racecourse Stadium in Colombo as the South Korean fans fill in.
Malaysia's defense has been up to the task so far. What do we have in store for you in the second half? Good collection from South, is marshaled well by the drift defense of South Korea. Once again, Zuhairi gets the step in and steps past two players, gets the offload in. Here's the try coming in for Malaysia. That's one for the highlights reel. Adin Iman Putra will score that try. That gets Malaysia the lead. But that was all created by Zuhairi. What a try for Malaysia.
Great piece of play there by the Malaysians. And do we have a surprise brewing here in the first game of the men's segment in Pool A? Malaysia have struck back. They have gone into the lead. Now have an opportunity to extend it further. The conversion from right in front is successful. So now it's a 5-point game. As we have a look at the replay, here you go. Step 1, 2 and 3 gets the offload away, and by that time, well, the South Korean defense was reeling and there was no stopping this youngster.
Important restart coming for Malaysia.
Good to go? Okay.
12 points to 7. Just a 5-point game. Anything can happen in the game of sevens rugby. It just takes a split second for the game to turn on its head. Restart from the man who orchestrated that. Emosi Labati was really pumping his legs there. Crooked throw there from South Korea. So Malaysia have the option and they take the scrum. This is biting time off the clock. And that's exactly what Malaysia need right now. 1.5 minutes remaining on our clock. Substitutions coming in.
Yes, indeed. Well, it's now all about game management for Malaysia.
Substitution blue.
Send the substitutes in. Make sure the fresh legs are on the park.
Hookers, here's your mark.
Plenty of substitutes coming on for both sides.
Korea will look to put pressure at scrum time, but the ball comes away quickly for Malaysia. Here's a little wraparound move for the Malaysians. Opens up a little bit of space and they grubber it forward. The ball might just bounce kindly here for Malaysia. And he was taken out there. That should be a penalty or maybe even a penalty try, but it'll be interesting to see what the call is going to be from the assistant referee.
Straight away comes to the TM Motors, the referee. Now decision time.
TMO check.
The number 7 somehow managed to reach his kick, but here you go. There you go. He was taken out blatantly by the two men, and if that did not happen, it would have been a try all day for Iqbal in the number 7 jumper.
14.
Now it's decision time for the referee.
14.
Penalty try. Will it be a penalty try? Will it be a yellow card? Or will it be both? Here you go. He was no doubt reaching that ball first was Iqbal, but then he was taken out. Now it will be interesting to see who the referee gives the yellow card to, Abid.
No matter the yellow card, the penalty try has been awarded there.
14.
Jin Yong Lee and In Tak Huang were the two men that brought that player down, Iqbal.
14.
And try scored. That means it's a 7-pointer. And it's going to be a yellow card. See, Lasati, or Emosi Labati rather, has been called to the bench. That's a penalty for not releasing the man there and falling down, not supporting his body weight was the call.
South Korea take the quick tap with nothing really on for them, Abid.
12 points to bridge in no time is not something that South Korea could do, and that too with just 6 men. Junwoo Kim, they've looked a bit lethargic with ball in hand, South Korea. That's because the Malaysian defense has been right in their face. You really have to give their flowers to them. But here we go. Turnover ball once again. The number 8 for Malaysia. Zul Hisham gets the offload in, but now South Korea running away with it. In that number 3 jumper is Jin Mo Lim. He's going to be chased down there. Good defense. What a defensive effort from Harith Iqbal. And forces the penalty as well. What an effort in defense. First track the man down. And now taps it, kicks it out and wins the game for Malaysia.
Game, set and match for Malaysia. Quite a surprise in this first game, but Malaysia get the better of South Korea.
Malaysia 19 and South Korea 7. Your full-time confirmation. That was the first men's segment game here